I need to have the answer to a question. Why do all men, Rob, I feel like Rob likes this as well. Why do you like things that dig or tear things down? Listen.
Like things that dig?
Yeah, listen.
What do you mean, like things that dig?
So yesterday, there's a little construction going on here at the station, and there were all these excavators, and all the guys that we work with were just, oh, did you see that? Did you see that machine? Why is it all guys love these things?
It's just something that's big.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because my husband, like, I forget where we're going, maybe when we're headed to Florida, there is a huge, is it Bobcat that has all the excavators and all that company?
Okay.
So there's one of these companies off to the side of the road. He almost runs off the road every single time we pass it because he's got to look at these machines.
I feel Scott can better answer that question for you.
Okay. Why is this?
I think it goes back to our times as kids. You know, we're playing with the big trucks and things like that. So when we see these supersized real-life machineries, you know, it kind of gets us.
It just seems universal. Like, not only that, but if you go to a lake, right, and I'm with my husband and my sons, my two sons, everybody got to find a rock to skip. Like, I'm like, what?
That's just fun.
But you don't see a bunch of whip. Well, I mean, I like to skip stones too.
Okay.
But it's not like me and my girlfriends go to the lake because we go skip stones.
No, but you see a stone, you skip it.
But it's a guy thing. Like, it starts with them, you know, and
it starts with them.
Well, I join in.
It starts with them, and then I join in, she says.
Well, yeah, but it's nothing that I'm like, oh, we're going to the lake today. I'm going to skip some stones. Mm-hmm. So why? There are things that it seems to me, and I hate to make a blanket statement, but I think that most guys absolutely love. Okay. It's like digging and machines.
Bacon.
And bacon. Mm-hmm. You are so right. Bacon is definitely.
Scott likes to grill.
Grilling,
Food on the grill, yeah.
That just seems to be the thing.
Make a fire.
Right?
Campfire.
That's even in the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks. I made fire.
Yeah, it's an accomplishment.
Right? But
and then you have to say, who.
See? Mm-hmm. And I just feel, as a woman, I don't do those things. Like, it's like, okay.
Although she says she skips rocks.
I do like to skip stones with my family.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
The things that men like. 800-447-7234. Rob and Liz in the morning at His Radio.
I have to say that TV show, Last Man Standing, I feel like the guys that I know in my life love to watch that show.
That and Home Improvement. It's like a modern Home Improvement.
Yeah, anything with that guy in it. Tim Allen. I couldn't think of his name there for a minute. Okay. Edward said the reason why we like some of these things like big machines or fire, that kind of thing, is because we grew up doing those things with our dads, passed down through generations, and as we get older, it's just good memories.
Well, good for you, Edward.
And then Jess said, okay, look, I grew up around tractors. I love looking at big equipment, and she and her boyfriend argue over who's going to grill.
Here you go,
family.
Jess.
So Jess is kind of, into those things as
Jess
well.
is a grill master.
She is a grill master.
You can tell. Michael is here at 800-447-7234. What is it for you, Michael?
Fire's the best. I mean, that's why we like grilling. If we have an excuse to make fire, we will do it. Oh, we're cold. Let's not use the central heat. Let's build a fire in the middle of the house.
You mentioned grilling earlier. Who taught you to grill?
That would be my father. He was a butcher, and so I learned way too much about fire and grilling and meat, and it's wonderful.
So what was the best cut of meat he would bring home?
I'm absolutely a ribeye guy.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Nothing can be simple anymore. Picnics are back in a big, huge way. So back in the day, and I'm talking like 1700s, 1800s, they used to have these picnics where they were almost catered. Like, it was crazy. Like, you would dress up in these, not necessarily formals, but really nice outfits, and you would go out and have these picnics. So that went away, right? And I'm okay with that because you'd put your peanut butter and jelly in a Ziploc and put it in a little cooler and go have your picnic. Picnics are coming back in a big way where you almost get them catered. Can you imagine?
Again? Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, I didn't know picnics went away.
No, I mean, but not to this degree, not to where it's you invite 15 people to go to your picnic and you have somebody cater it. There's a company that I found locally that will not only cater it, but they'll hire a photographer. That's like an add-on that you can do. And
For a picnic?
Yes, and the seating is different. So it's a really low table. And
Table?
Yes.
This is not a picnic.
Yes, it is.
Okay, no, it's
a
not.
bougie picnic.
Yeah.
And they will bring pillows, and so you sit on the pillows, and there's all this fine
Pillows?
crystal. Yes, instead of a blanket, they will have a blanket and then a pillow.
This is not a picnic.
Actually, it sounds like one I want to be a part of. To tell you the truth, I would love. I will
it's
not
pampering
throw one
for sure.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna throw one, but if you want to invite me to one, I'm gonna be there. But like, it's elevated food as well.
What do you mean by elevated food?
So, like,
on this table, it's because it's elevated?
There's no PB&J being served at these picnics.
Oh, of course not.
No. These are like, in your Ziploc bag, not in your Ziploc bag. This is a chef prepares the food that is being served at your picnic. Sometimes there's strolling musicians.
Listen, they need to call this something different.
Like
this
what?
is not a picnic.
What would you call it?
I don't know. It's not a picnic. You got to call it something different.
Well, we got to come up with a name for it, and then we can come up with the company, because if people are willing to purchase this, I'm willing to provide it.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I'm stuck on this picnic thing. Because it's not a picnic. It's Rob and Liz in the morning, his radio. So Liz looks at me and she goes, yeah, this is the kind that serves caviar and fagwag. And I don't even know.
Fagwag.
I don't know what that is.
Foie gras.
What is a foie gras?
It is duck liver or goose
Duck
liver.
liver?
Yeah, and so it's because
How do you say it again?
Foie gras.
Foie gras.
Yeah. And now I'm I'm hearing me say it, and I'm like, am I saying it correctly? But yes, I think so.
What? And I didn't. What? This is not a picnic. I'm serious.
I'm telling you,
this is not a picnic. They need to call it something different.
So these are elevated picnics, and
because they have like little tables.
Right, and Ninja and I have been
they
sort of
elevated
researching.
off the ground.
Right, but elevated because of the food that is served. Caviar. What Ninja said something about sparkling soda
and flowers, a grazing board, but you get a blanket.
A cotton blanket.
A cotton blanket.
There's a cotton blanket.
What other kind of blanket would there be?
Well, wool. Which,
Polyester.
yeah, would not be good for
sheet?
silk. But like, they're like $175. We were kind of looking at some local companies that.
She did. They started Facebooking this thing to see what's around here.
Well, yeah, because now Ninja and I want to have one.
Well, Ninja's like all over this thing now. She wants her husband Dusty to do this. Sorry, Dusty.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't even know what you're getting into.
But they offer, so you're at your picnic and you're on your pillows and your cotton blanket and you've got your elevated table and your foie gras, and then you have strolling violinists.
Why don't you just call it what it is instead of this foie gras
Which
thing?
sounds better. I'm going to have some duck liver.
That's
or I'm
what
gonna
it
have
is.
foie gras.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I was taking a look at baby names in California. It's Rob and Liz in the morning, his radio, and how different that they seem to be for some people.
Yeah, well, they're kind of throwing back. Like babies are now being named older names. Like Olivia is number one for the girls.
Ezekiel, Daniel, Alexander, Benjamin, Oliver, Amelia,
Yeah, I love all those.
Sophia,
See? I mean, those are names from the Golden Girls. Come on. So,
Santiago.
Santiago.
Oh, I said it wrong.
Well, let me tell you how I know that for sure is because that's my boy grandbaby's middle name.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the name came from, they're twins, so there's a boy and a girl, and the girl's middle name is James, after my dad. Santiago means St. James in Spanish.
Nice.
And so both of them have the name James for a middle
I
name.
like that. That's so good. I love the stories that are behind names of your kids. Like Soraya, that is Scott's daughter. Did I even say it right?
You got it.
Soraya.
I'm impressed because it does get mispronounced quite a bit. Soraya, Soraya. Yep.
I would never have thought it was spelled that right.
And what's the story behind Soraya's name?
Well, my wife is half Lebanese, and so a lot of her Lebanese family, when they found out we were expecting, started sending us baby names. And that one just kind of jumped out at us as unique, and so it means princess. So we picked it.
Soraya means princess.
I love that.
And the whole Lebanese connection is just so cool. Okay, so your son's name is?
Well, Joshua.
Josh.
So Josh.
So he didn't get that fancy name.
No.
Well, we wanted a biblical name for him, so
Yeah.
we just said, okay, how about Joshua? That one again just kind of stuck out to us. So
Yeah, and it's a good,
Saraya
strong name.
and Josh.
Saraya and Josh.
Sharaya Josh.
Yeah.
What about the story behind yours? Love to hear it. 800-447-7234. It's Rob and Liz in the morning.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
There's a story behind that name. It's Rob and Liz in the morning. His radio.
All right, so April is talking about how she got the name for her daughter. She said, when I was 13, I was talking to my friends about what I wanted to name my kids. And I said, I like that name for some reason. Reason. That's it. Her daughter's name is Reason. But
Is
it's Reezon, but it is pronounced just like Reason.
For some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
That's great,
I
April.
love that. Misty said, my name is Misty Dawn, and her name means foggy morning or misty morning.
Okay.
So that's cool. I don't know
Yeah.
why her mama picked that, but that's a pretty cool name.
Because she was born on a misty or foggy morning.
Could be, or she
That's,
likes those.
that's at least my thought. So here's Crystal at 800-447-7234. What's the story behind the name?
Her name is Anna Kit, Anaki.
What does it mean?
I don't really know what it means. It just has a significance that goes back when my husband and I were on our honeymoon in Jamaica. There was a little girl, well, not little girl, there was a girl there. She was called a playmaker. She kept people entertained at the resort that we were at. And we just loved her name, and we ended up finding out at the end of the trip that her name was actually Anna Kay, but we had already fell in love with the name Annakit, so we decided that when we were going to have our first girl, that we would name her Annakit.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
It's Rob and Liz in the morning. His radio. I can't stand it when it gets soggy.
Well, this is what dreams are made of. Somebody's come up with something where you can travel with your cereal with the milk in the same container and it not get soggy.
It's so nice.
It is.
So nice because you can have your breakfast on the go.
So it likens it to me. When I look at it, it almost looks like, to me, a protein shake kind of cup.
Oh, okay. See, I see a kitty cup with the snacks and the milk.
Well, that's because of the cereal. So here's the thing. There is a little small container on the inside, a cylinder on the inside that's tinier than the rest of the cup that the cereal goes in.
Yeah.
And then on the outside of it, around that little container, inside the container, is where the milk fills up. So the milk and the cereal never touch until you go to drink out of it like it's a sippy cup.
Right. It sort of mixes in your mouth because you get a little bit of milk and you get a little bit of cereal at the same time, and it's just perfect.
Yeah. So, hey, this is what dreams are made of. If
And-
you're a cereal, I want to bring it to work kind of person.
Yeah, cereal connoisseur and you want it on the way to work, don't do what a lady who hit me in the back one time did.
Why'd she hit you in the back?
Because she was paying attention to the Sam's Club box of Fruit Loops that she had in the chair next to her. In the seat next to her.
In the car.
In the car.
Okay.
So she was taking a swig out of the milk, putting her hand down into the box, and didn't see that I was stopped in front of her. Boom.
And cereal everywhere.